Kawasaki's Ninja and RS models are quite popular because the Japanese motorcycle manufacturer has retained the classic DNA, which was popular from 1970 to 1980. As a result, models like the Kawasaki Z900 RS, which was inspired by the Z1 model, have remained popular since its introduction. The popularity of the Z900 RS also made Kawasaki want to develop this motorcycle in an effort to penetrate a wider market, especially in attracting young riders. Model-wise, it doesn't look as fierce when compared to the look of today's ninja bikes. But at that time, the Kawasaki GPZ900R design was already established as the most sporty and futuristic motorcycle in its class. Although it now looks old school, the Kawasaki GPZ900R engine was specially designed and developed in secret for 6 years before this motorcycle was produced. Kawasaki was also previously claimed to be introducing the Z400RS, but so far there has been no further development regarding the model. The latest news in Japan claims that Kawasaki will introduce a GPZ900R inspired motorcycle. According to a report by Young Machine, the model has been named the GPZ900RS Ninja. The GPZ900RS is predicted to adopt the same liquid-cooled DOHC 948 cubic centimeters 4 inline platform engine as the Z900RS. The GPZ900RS Ninja offers a similar design to the iconic machine. The GPZ900 are produced by Kawasaki from 1984 to 2003. However, compared to the 4-cylinder 908C engine found in the GPZ900R that produced 115 horsepower and 85 Newton-meters, the modern engine used in the Z900RS offers 111 horsepower at 500 RPM and 98 Newton-meters. Although it is not yet known if Kawasaki will retune the engine for use in the GPZ900RS Ninja. Render images shared by Young Machine also show some components of the Z900RS are retained, such as using a trellis or twin spar frame. This frame is made from steel or aluminum pipes, which are known to be lightweight, rigid, and able to distribute forces evenly, providing stability when cornering or traveling at high speeds. The suspension uses an upside-down USD front fork and is equipped with a monoshock suspension at the rear, which is connected to the swing arm. The bike also uses aluminum alloy rims that are common on modern sport bikes. Alloy is used because it is lightweight, strong, and corrosion-resistant, thus favoring the performance of the bike. Although this latest reveal is quite interesting, there has been no official statement from Kawasaki so far. However, given Young Machine's claims of rarely getting lost over the years, we hope the Ninja GPZ900RS project is in full swing at the moment.
There is exciting news that has motorcycle riders' hearts racing. The news that the Kawasaki Z400RS will soon become a reality. This legendary Kawasaki motorcycle, featuring a 400 cubic centimeters 4-cylinder engine, seems set to make a comeback, reviving the spirit of classic models like the Z400FX or perhaps the iconic naked bike, the Zephyr. This speculation arises following the success of the Ninja ZX4R, which boasts 77 horsepower, making it the most powerful 400 cubic centimeters motorcycle in history. The question is, will we see a naked bike with such power leading the now empty 400 cubic centimeters segment following the retirement of the Honda CB400 Super 4? So, what is the basis for the Z400 RS? It is almost certain that this bike will be based on the phenomenal Kawasaki ZX4R. Previously, Kawasaki's retro sport lineup succeeded with the Z900 RS and Z650 RS, which were developed from street fighters. This time, the youngest variant, the Z400RS, appears to be developed from the pure super sport motorcycle, the ZX4R. This means the Z400RS has the potential to be the fastest and most sporty in the RS series, even surpassing its two older siblings. Although the Ram air system will likely be removed and the power characteristics changed to focus more on the lower mid-range, this motorcycle retains the high-powered four-cylinder DNA of the 4R. Imagine the combination of a powerful engine with Kawasaki's captivating classic style. It's sure to be a favorite. This motorcycle is expected to be priced slightly below the ZX4R, around 1.1 million yen, and is predicted to be launched in 2026. If launched, this motorcycle will surely be a savior for the Japanese motorcycle market and cause a huge stir in the custom parts industry. Kawasaki's 400 cubic centimeters four-cylinder models have always been game changers. The Z400FX in '79 filled a void, and the Zephyr in '89 sparked the naked bike boom. Now, the Z400RS is poised to repeat history, combining the dynamic performance of the ZX4R with timeless retro styling. This motorcycle has the potential to become a 400 cubic centimeters machine capable of outperforming larger displacement bikes. Let's wait and see. Will Kawasaki once again rewrite history? What are your thoughts? Who is ready to welcome the return of this 400 cubic centimeters legend? Ahead of Eicma 2025, Yamaha is reviving the retro-modern spirit through the XSR family. Following the success of the XSR 700 and XSR 900, it is now the turn of the mid-range segment to receive attention, namely the Yamaha XSR 400. This motorcycle is the answer to the growing interest among riders in classic-style motorcycles, but equipped with modern technology and performance. Interestingly, this rumor emerged shortly after Honda launched the CB500 SF, a retro-modern naked bike that received positive feedback, and Kawasaki's plans to introduce the retro-styled Z400RS. This indicates that competition in the mid-range segment is heating up, and Yamaha clearly doesn't want to be left behind. Yamaha has achieved success in the retro-modern motorcycle segment with its XSR series. From the XSR 700 to the XSR 900, each model combines the spirit of the past while remaining fresh and relevant to today's riders. Round headlights, retro-style fuel tanks, and classic details are paired with powerful engines, lightweight frames, and modern features like advanced suspension and the latest electronic systems. Currently, there are rumors that Yamaha will launch the XSR 400, which will immediately enter the fiercely competitive arena. Its closest competitors are, of course, the Honda CB500 SF, which relies on a classic retro aura. Then there is the Kawasaki Z400RS with Z-Series DNA and the Suzuki GSX 4T, which carries a sporty neo-retro style. In terms of design, this motorcycle is equipped with round headlights and ring-shaped LED DRLs that accentuate its classic yet futuristic look. The rear seat is slightly tapered and raised, emphasizing a sporty feel while providing additional support for the rider's back during acceleration. The front suspension uses an inverted fork that improves stability, while the braking system is equipped with dual disc brakes at the front with Brembo radial calipers. Meanwhile, the gold-colored dual-shock rear suspension adds a sporty and premium feel. Under the hood, there is a 400 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin engine with DOHC configuration, as well as electronic fuel injection. This engine is designed to deliver responsive power from low to mid-range while remaining efficient for everyday use and long-distance travel. The exhaust system at the bottom of the engine provides a clean look while supporting balanced weight distribution. It seems Honda is preparing to add another modern classic model to its product lineup. Following the huge success of the GB350, rumors about its bigger sibling, the Honda GB500, are gaining momentum. The name GB500 has been registered as a trademark in Europe since March, followed by registrations in North America and Australia. All signs point to one thing. Its debut is almost certain to happen between this summer and fall. But there is one thing to note. The GB500 is not just a GB350 with a bigger engine. From leaked information, the frame will be revised, possibly even completely redesigned, and the design style will also be different. In other words, this motorcycle will have its own character, not just an enlarged version with a bore-up kit. The 500 cubic centimeters engine itself is believed to be based on the GB350 platform. From the outset, the 350 cubic centimeters engine was designed with future growth in mind, with thick cylinder walls ready to accommodate a larger bore. Theoretically, the engine capacity could exceed 500 cubic centimeters, although Honda will likely play it safe around 496 cubic centimeters. The important thing is that the GB's signature long-stroke configuration will be retained, so there's no need to worry. Positioned as a direct competitor to Royal Enfield, the GB350 is clearly designed to rival its counterpart. The distinctive rumble of the single-cylinder engine remains, though it is now deeper and more powerful. Looking at the concept visuals, the GB500 is expected to appear much sportier and more modern than the GB350. Bright colors with thick lines make the fuel tank stand out, and the front is now equipped with gold inverted forks, giving it an instant premium feel. The round headlights retain a classic look but are equipped with LED technology, while the handlebars and mirrors lean towards a modern cafe racer style. The single-cylinder engine is proudly displayed, paired with a long chrome exhaust that maintains the retro spirit. The seat is simple yet elegant with horizontal stitching. The result: a perfect blend of classic and sporty. Not purely retro, but also not a naked sport bike. In terms of performance, the increase to 500 cubic centimeters means power is expected to be in the range of 28 to 30 horsepower. Of course, this isn't a wild sports bike, but it hits the sweet spot for the A2 license class in Europe, which limits output to 48 horsepower. If the GB500 goes into production, its target is likely the Triumph Speed 400 series, a retro bike with a sporty touch. Positioned as a direct competitor to Royal Enfield, the GB350 is clearly designed to rival its counterpart. The distinctive pulsating sound of the single-cylinder engine remains, though it is now deeper and more powerful. Looking at the concept visuals, the GB500 is expected to appear much sportier and more modern than the GB350. Bright colors with thick lines make the fuel tank stand out, and the front is now equipped with gold inverted forks, giving it an instant premium feel. The round headlights retain a classic look but are equipped with LED technology, while the handlebars and mirrors lean towards a modern cafe racer style. The single-cylinder engine is proudly displayed, paired with a long chrome exhaust that maintains the retro spirit. The seat is simple yet elegant with horizontal stitching. The result: a perfect blend of classic and sporty. Not purely retro, but also not a naked sport bike. In terms of performance, the increase to 500 cubic centimeters means power is expected to be in the range of 28 to 30 horsepower. Of course, this isn't a wild sports bike, but it hits the sweet spot for the A2 license class in Europe, which limits output to 48 horsepower. If the GB500 goes into production, its target is likely the Triumph Speed 400 series, a retro bike with a sporty touch. The Eicma 2025 event is fast approaching, and automotive enthusiasts are eagerly awaiting Suzuki's latest breakthrough. Following the success of its 800 cubic centimeters engine lineup used across various models, rumors suggest that Suzuki is preparing a new motorcycle featuring a modern 400 cubic centimeters three-cylinder engine. Interestingly, this engine is reportedly not only intended for a single model, but will also serve as the foundation for various Suzuki segments in the future. This move is considered strategic, especially after Honda launched the CB500 SF, a retro-modern naked bike that received positive feedback. In fact, Honda is also rumored to be introducing a special CB400 SF version for the Japanese market. This situation is clearly heating up competition in the mid-range segment, and Suzuki certainly doesn't want to be left behind. Suzuki has demonstrated its vision through the 800 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine. cc parallel twin engine, which has been applied to various models, ranging from naked bikes, enduro, sport bikes, to retro models like the GSX 8T and GSX 8TT. Following a similar pattern, this new 400 cubic centimeters 3-cylinder engine is believed to form the basis for various motorcycles, from enduro or supermoto models like the DRZ4 to more affordable and lightweight entry-level naked bikes. It is well suited for the lower middle-class market. According to rumors, one of the most talked about models is the Suzuki GSX 4T. This motorcycle is expected to be equipped with a 400 cubic centimeters 3-cylinder engine that produces 38 PS at 8,000 RPM, meeting Euro 5 plus emission standards. However, the motorcycle's transmission is reported to still use a 5-speed transmission, similar to the DRZ 4S and 4SM series. If officially launched, the GSX 4T will compete directly with the Honda CB500 SF, possibly also the CB400 SF, as well as various other retro-modern motorcycles in the 400 cubic centimeters class. In terms of design, the GSX 4T is equipped with round LED headlights with modern DRLs, combined with a muscular fuel tank decorated with modern graphics. The seat uses a single-seat retro-style design with brown leather upholstery, creating an elegant contrast with the blue body color. The front suspension uses a large-diameter inverted fork paired with dual disc brakes and radial calipers, emphasizing robust braking performance for a mid-range motorcycle. The popularity of modern retro-style motorcycles has continued to surge in recent years. Classic styles such as cafe racers, scramblers, and roadsters are now back in vogue, not only among collectors but also among younger riders. The advantage of modern retro motorcycles is their ability to combine vintage looks with modern technology, making them the ideal choice for those who want high performance without losing the aesthetic touch of the past. Yamaha has successfully capitalized on this trend with its XSR series, which includes the XSR 900 and XSR 700, based on the MT-09 and MT-07 platforms, respectively. Both models offer a modern riding experience wrapped in an appealing retro design. On the other hand, Yamaha also has the MT-03, a lightweight and agile naked bike with a 321 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, perfect for beginners and urban riders. With its responsive engine, sturdy chassis, and lightweight design, the MT-03 serves as the perfect foundation for a classic-style project. Given the success of the MT-09 and MT-07 transformations into XSR models, many believe Yamaha has a strong opportunity to introduce a retro version of the MT-03. This motorcycle could be named the Yamaha MT-03 Cafe Racer, or alternatively, the XSR 300 as an entry-level retro variant for the global market. If realized, this motorcycle will bridge the needs of novice riders who want a classic look while still relying on the proven technology and character of the MT series. The design concept circulating from the Yamaha MT-03 Cafe Racer features an aggressive yet classic silhouette. The bright red fuel tank paired with round headlights and clip-on handlebars gives it an authentic cafe racer touch. The flat seat with a minimalist tail and the use of spoked wheels reinforce the retro feel without sacrificing the sporty aura. This design is not mere speculation but the imaginative creation of renowned Italian designer Oberdan Bezzi, known for his dedication to reviving classic icons through modern and refined design approaches.
Moto Guzzi, the legendary Italian brand that always has a unique way of attracting attention. It's not just about performance, but also about spirit. The Italian spirit, rich in character, tradition, and the courage to go against the grain. Moto Guzzi is not just a motorcycle manufacturer. It is an icon built on a long history that began in 1921 in Mandello del Lario, right on the shores of beautiful Lake Como. From Grand Prix circuits to cross-continental journeys, their transverse V-twin engines have always been an unmatched signature feature. One of the most memorable masterpieces in Moto Guzzi's history is the Grisso, a muscular roadster that first appeared in 2005. Long, bold, and full of that distinctive Italian masculine aura. With its 1,200 cubic centimeters quattro valve engine, the Grisso is not just a naked bike but a symbol of lifestyle. The roar of its engine doesn't just pump adrenaline, it sends a message. This isn't a bike for everyone, it's for those who dare to be different. Imagine all the essence of the Grisso, its style, charisma, and power, brought into the modern era with a touch of today's technology and aggressiveness. From this, a vision was born that shook the world, the Moto Guzzi V120 Mephisto. Looking at the renderings, one word immediately comes to mind: fierce. Its design lines are sharper, wilder, and far more futuristic than the Grisso. The fuel tank is sturdy, the tail tapers in Street Fighter style, and the bright red trellis frame steals the show. The round LED headlights are retained to preserve Moto Guzzi's classic DNA, but now they are coated with a modern aura that is ready to challenge its European super-naked rivals. The large diameter upside-down suspension and exposed rear monoshock give it a battle-ready look, not just a bike to show off at the cafe. Unlike previous air-cooled generations, the Mephisto envisions Moto Guzzi's latest liquid-cooled transverse V-twin engine. This means it's not only more powerful but also ready to meet emissions standards and challenge super-naked kings like the Ducati Street Fighter, KTM Super Duke, and Aprilia Tuono. This is no longer just an elegant Guzzi. This is a wild, unruly, speed-hungry Guzzi. However, it's important to note that the Moto Guzzi V120 Mephisto is still a rendering by visionary Italian designer Oberdan Bezzi. Yet, if we look at history, it's often these wild ideas that inspire manufacturers to create something unexpected. The question now is, will this be the future of Moto Guzzi? Is the Mephisto worthy of being the spiritual successor to the Grisso in a more brutal and modern version? Share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget, the automotive world is always evolving, and we are at the forefront to witness it. Thank you for watching. Suzuki seems to be preparing a big surprise for classic bike lovers. After the success of the GSX-8S as a street fighter and the sportier GSX-8R and the arrival of the V-Strom 800 as an adventure bike, there is now speculation that Suzuki will bring out a neo-classic version of the GSX-8 platform. If true, this could be the rebirth of a legendary bike with a modern twist of Cooley's GSX 1000S replica with a design that evokes nostalgia. Classically styled naked bikes with round headlights, teardrop-shaped tanks, and distinctive engine details have always held a place in the hearts of fans. For example, the Kawasaki Z900 continues to be a favorite for 7 consecutive years. However, in Suzuki's current lineup, there is no neoclassic model that carries the spirit of the past. With the GSX-8 platform being flexible and having the potential to become the basis of multiple models, Suzuki cannot afford to miss this golden opportunity. When it comes to Suzuki's iconic naked bikes, the GS1000 is the name that immediately comes to mind. As Suzuki's first leader bike, the GS1000 won a historic victory in the 1978 race. The GS1000 version with bikini cowl released in 1979 to 1980 is even known as the Cooley-inspired replica of the legendary Cooley race bike. Besides, the Impulse series from the 90s could also be a strong inspiration for Suzuki to bring out their neo-classic motorcycle. With the growing trend of modern retro motorcycles, Suzuki's move to bring in a classic-style bike will be highly anticipated. Moreover, competitors like Kawasaki and Honda already have models like the Z900 Hours and CBR 1000 ready to fight in this segment. If this prediction is correct, we can expect Suzuki to unveil this model at Eicma 2025 and release it as a 2026 model. For fans of Suzuki and classic motorcycles, this could be a moment to look forward to. If Suzuki really does present a modern replica of Cooley's GS1000 with a 775 cubic centimeter engine, 2 inline cylinders, elegant classic design, and capable performance, then the competition in the neo-classic motorcycle class will be even more interesting. Now it's just a matter of waiting. Will Suzuki really revive the GS's glory days? We'll see. Moto Guzzi, the legendary Italian brand that always has a unique way of attracting attention. It's not just about performance, but also about spirit. The Italian spirit, rich in character, tradition, and the courage to go against the grain. Moto Guzzi is not just a motorcycle manufacturer. It is an icon built on a long history that began in 1921 in Mandello del Lario, right on the shores of beautiful Lake Como. From Grand Prix circuits to cross-continental journeys, their transverse V-twin engines have always been an unmatched signature feature. One of the most memorable masterpieces in Moto Guzzi's history is the Grisso, a muscular roadster that first appeared in 2005. Long, bold, and full of that distinctive Italian masculine aura. With its 1,200 cubic centimeters quattro valve engine, the Grisso is not just a naked bike but a symbol of lifestyle. The roar of its engine doesn't just pump adrenaline, it sends a message. This isn't a bike for everyone, it's for those who dare to be different. Imagine all the essence of the Grisso, its style, charisma, and power, brought into the modern era with a touch of today's technology and aggressiveness. From this, a vision was born that shook the world, the Moto Guzzi V120 Mephisto. Looking at the renderings, one word immediately comes to mind: fierce. Its design lines are sharper, wilder, and far more futuristic than the Grisso. The fuel tank is sturdy, the tail tapers in Street Fighter style, and the bright red trellis frame steals the show. The round LED headlights are retained to preserve Moto Guzzi's classic DNA, but now they are coated with a modern aura that is ready to challenge its European super-naked rivals. The large diameter upside-down suspension and exposed rear monoshock give it a battle-ready look, not just a bike to show off at the cafe. Unlike previous air-cooled generations, the Mephisto envisions Moto Guzzi's latest liquid-cooled transverse V-twin engine. This means it's not only more powerful but also ready to meet emissions standards and challenge super-naked kings like the Ducati Street Fighter, KTM Super Duke, and Aprilia Tuono. This is no longer just an elegant Guzzi. This is a wild, unruly, speed-hungry Guzzi. However, it's important to note that the Moto Guzzi V120 Mephisto is still a rendering by visionary Italian designer Oberdan Bezzi. Yet, if we look at history, it's often these wild ideas that inspire manufacturers to create something unexpected. The question now is, will this be the future of Moto Guzzi? Is the Mephisto worthy of being the spiritual successor to the Grisso in a more brutal and modern version? Share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget, the automotive world is always evolving, and we are at the forefront to witness it. Thank you for watching.
Amidst the roar of engines and the excitement of open roads in the 80s, there was one motorcycle that stood out from the rest. It wasn't just any ordinary machine. It was a legend in the making, the Suzuki GS 1000S. This motorcycle was truly beautiful, a true icon of its time. West Cooley, Papio Shimura, and I'm a Superbike. These names send shivers down the spines of motorcycle enthusiasts, as these elements are found on a vehicle that is also legendary and unforgettable. Yes, we're talking about the 1980s GS 1000S, also known as the West replica. The beautiful GS 1000S was produced for 2 years, with 1980 being the final model year for the GS 1000S. It was then replaced by the GSX 1100 Katana, which became Suzuki's fastest and most sporty motorcycle. It seems the nickname West replica emerged sometime after the model was released, and the model was never officially referred to as the West Cooley replica by Suzuki. To honor the key figures and the success of the motorcycle in the 80s, Suzuki could consider adopting Oberdan Bezzi's design, where Oberdan Bezzi's brilliant idea is to create a fantastic remake of the GS 1000S motorcycle from the 80s. The name of the motorcycle remains the same for the upcoming project. Welcome the new Suzuki 2026 GS 1000S Retro. From a technical standpoint, Oberdan Bezzi used the GSX 1000 GT as a base. With an engine that meets Euro 5 standards and a powerful 999 cubic centimeters inline 4, the latest Suzuki GSX 1000 GT can compete with its European and Japanese rivals. This engine is the perfect choice to truly represent the spirit of the 80s. Betsy states that this motorcycle can be customized with comfortable settings and a comfortable seat, but when needed, it transforms into a race bike with extraordinary performance. However, rumors remain rumors. The legacy of the Suzuki GS 1000S continues to inspire, reminding us all that some legends never fade. So, friends, do you agree with this concept so it can be marketed today? Keep an eye on its development until we meet again in the next video. Thank you for watching. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the new benchmark in cafe racer design and performance, the Moto Guzzi V100 Mandello. When you combine modern engineering masterpieces with the legendary spirit of the golden age of motorcycles, you get something truly special. For over a century, Moto Guzzi has given us motorcycles with an undeniable character. But today, they're not just launching a new motorcycle, they're launching a dream for Guzzi enthusiasts worldwide. Let's take a step back in time. When the V100 Mandello first appeared, it celebrated 100 years of Moto Guzzi while bringing the brand into the future. The Moto Guzzi V100 Mandello introduced the world's first adaptive aerodynamics on a production motorcycle, featuring a liquid-cooled engine that is a true gem for enthusiasts, combined with the perfect blend of sport, touring, brilliance, comfort, power, and technology. But it seems that wasn't enough to satisfy Moto Guzzi V100 Mandello enthusiasts, as they wanted something different from before. Will Moto Guzzi finally answer all that? Meet the Moto Guzzi V100 Mandello Cafe Racer. This motorcycle appears to be the comfortable touring bike we've long known, returning with a new, transformed attitude. Guzzi has revolutionized the V100 with a completely new look. The upright riding position of old is now gone, replaced by aggressive clip-on handlebars. The previous bodywork has been removed, replaced by a classic minimalist cafe racer body that fits snugly around the beautiful round headlight. This isn't just a change of color, folks. It's a total transformation. This new design is a direct homage to the golden age of cafe racers, and Moto Guzzi not only participated in it, but helped define it in tangible form. And shouting Le Mans is a legend, is a raw, uncompromising factory cafe racer that stole the hearts of riders in the 70s and 80s. It's all about performance, style, and that pure, unfiltered connection between rider and road. The new V100 Mandello Cafe Racer is the spiritual successor to that icon. It shares the same rebellious spirit, the same captivating presence. Unfortunately, this is just a CG rendering by designer Kentoros.